welcome back to the Three Stitches Podcast. I am your host for today. I am Lindsay in real life.
I am Lindy on Plurk.
And I am Knitting Doink on Ravelry. This is going to be a very odd episode because, well, at the moment I am very, very odd. I just finished taking 2 exams, so that's, precursor for everything else. And it's just been a wild week, I'll say, mentally. So, as you saw on, Tuesday, Mom was dealing with jet lag. I'm also dealing with jet lag, but without flying anywhere. But the one upside to that is that I've been incredibly entertaining for my roommate, which isn't an upside for me, but upside for her. I have gotten a modest amount of knitting done. Not so much towards the later end of the week, that makes absolutely no sense. But let's try that again. I haven't gotten much done recently, just because, I've had exams to study for, and, right now, I was, noodling around on the computer, and I wasn't doing any knitting just because I was totally zonked. I'm just sitting there, I'm just, playing a game of Free Cell. That's really all I was doing. When I have no mental capacity whatsoever, I play Free Cell. And that is why currently, in the 2.5 years I've owned my computer, I have played 4,200 games of Free Cell. Yeah. So I had a French exam this morning. I had a Problems of Normal Life exam an hour ago. And, it's kind of sad that I was stressing out a whole lot about my Problems of Normal Life class, which is aimed at stress, its effect on the body, and how we deal with it. Yeah. Kind of ironic, but that's what's mostly been stressing me out. And then yesterday I had an Intro to Global Climate Change exam. Yeah. So it's been a lovely week. But on a brighter note, tomorrow I have nothing is a strong word, but I have not much to do. And on Saturday, my roommate and I are considering going to the football game, so we'll probably be going to that, depending on what happens, because I really don't want to go alone, but we probably won't stay for the whole thing just because we want to get there early because we want to get a t-shirt. And so, with how early we'll have to get there, we don't want to stay for the full game afterwards because that would be a really long time. But we'll see what happens. And also, to deal with it, and which really, really helped, which is really, really bad for me, because again, in my Problems of Normal Life class, we learned that using food isn't a good way to release stress. But I know it doesn't look like much, but they at the C-store with my Cougar Bucks, with my meal plan, you can buy anything in the store with your meal plan, which is really nice because they've got some good stuff in there, and it's not all just food. You can buy toiletries and stuff like that. But I was in there yesterday afternoon after dinner because I needed a flat of water and I needed a cup of noodles for today, and just I was about to say knick-knacky stuff, but I just need little stuff. I got some cheese sticks for snacks and that kind of stuff. So it caught my eye, and it was 70% cacao dark chocolate. Oh my, that stuff so good. I ate. It was kind of cool because it came in 3 sections. I think you can probably see it's kind of divided right there. It came in 3 sections, so I had one last night, and I'll probably have one or both tonight. And it really did help, which is really, really sad. So when things go wrong, I turn to chocolate. But at least I didn't have binge on the whole bar. That is a plus. It feels odd today when I'm recording just because my desk is an absolute mess. I've got my sweater, I've got my bag, I've got a shawl, I've got all of my cognitive notes that I have to work on over the weekend because I've got a cognitive exam on Monday, and there's just like, it's like a mound of stuff. I swear I need a bigger desk. But, yeah, so, on to other stuff. Primarily my knitting. So, I started last week on the Drops sweater. It's one of those very, very uncreative names. So it doesn't really have a name. It's like the Drop sweater, like 119-3, yada yada yada, and that like that. So there's no real name to it, and it has yet to be named by me. So it's just the sweater that I'm currently working on. That's what it's called for now. And my needle keeps unscrewing, which does mean that I should get my cable key out and tighten them up because I use the Knit Fix options, but I have yet to do that. Just because I've been trying it on a lot because the fit was weird at the beginning, and so I decided to make it longer so that I could do some more decreases, and it's fitting better. So I am, it's going to be a longer sweater. It's going to come down about maybe like 2 inches past the pocket, and this is the bottom so far, and there's the cable, and I had forgotten how fast a sweater goes with cable. I really had. I mean, it felt like the Sylvine cardigan took forever. It really did. And yet, with this, I'm almost halfway done with it, and I've been working on it. It doesn't feel like I've been working on it a lot, but looking at the progress, yes, I have been. Which is always nice. It's always nice to see progress. I started the second skein. I'm not much through it. And I realized with one of my shawls that I will show later on, I've been neglecting to occasionally tell you what yarn I'm using because I got a question on Plurk about it. So, yeah, it's a terrible looking sweater. Bugger. Because where the camera is now is usually where my sweater goes. So, I guess yarn into the bag here, and then the sweater will just have to kind of like flop on the bag. Then, finally, spin you around. There we go. Technical difficulties with bags. Alright, so, as I was saying, the yarn that I'm using, this one, is the terracotta colorway of I Love This Yarn. It's totally acrylic, and I probably shouldn't do this, but, I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. I love it for a sweater. I really do. So yeah, that's my drop sweater. Yes, my other work in progress. As you can tell, if you haven't seen yet, my head is gone. I mean, it's like, nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, so, oh, bugger. Bugger. I am in the middle of a row, and with such short rows, it's terrible. There should be no excuse for me being in the middle of a row, except that I am, which was an incredibly profound statement, I realize. So, this project that I'm currently working on is really, really soft, but it is the Sunshine shawl. Ha ha ha. Got a pattern here. I keep doing that. I should like scribble at the top of one of these pages who it's designed by, so I don't have to keep doing this. But it is the Sunshine shawl by Lydia Simple. And I would show you a picture, but it's on the inside of here. And I mean, you can pretty much see what it's looking like so far. So I'll show you. It is being done in the Wonderland Heather colorway of Knit Picks Alpaca Cloud, which is a dream to work with. It really was. I was worried about how thin it was, but I mean, it's working out beautifully. So here is the pattern so far. Yeah, pretty. I am currently in the middle of the almost done with the third repeat of the pattern. I actually got a lot of work done on this week, which is surprising. I mean, it does help that the rows were and still are very small, so it's kind of hard not to get a lot of work done if you get 5 minutes. So yeah, that's my school project for now. I don't foresee it switching around, but you never know. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to come with me to Saikai tonight. It might be my sweater just because I'm kind of in a groove on it and I really want a cable, which is more often than not the syndrome I have. I have an obsessive need to cable. It's kind of sad, but yeah. So that'll probably come with me, and this will probably just stay in my school bag. I don't know if I will get any work done on my Flothering-Gale. Yes, that's the name of it. Flothering-Gale, just because I don't know if I'm going to have time tomorrow. And that seems to be the only time I work on it. It's Friday morning. I'm sorry. I should probably specify that today is Thursday, and tomorrow for me is Friday. But tomorrow for you is probably Saturday or Sunday after that, because I don't know when you're watching it. Yes, but the good news. I have a finished object, and I got a plurk when I posted the pictures, and I realized I haven't told you for a while what yarn I was using. And so I will. The yarn I'm using for this was, because I'm not working on it anymore, was the Knit Picks Shadow Tonal yarn in the Canopy colorway. And so I blocked it Friday morning because I finished it Thursday evening. I stayed up late, late being like 9:30, to finish binding off because I was in the middle of bind off and it was 9 o'clock. And for those of you that do not know, I am such, I guess the word would be prude, that I go to bed at 9-ish every night. It was kind of sad, especially for a college student, but I do get up at 5:45 on the weekdays, so there's a little bit of leeway there. But talking about leeway, I finished with that much yarn left to go. I know, man. I was sweating bullets till the end. I really was. So here is the finished Dinner at the Eiffel Tower shawl. Yeah. Blocked out really nice. I was worried about how short this section was. I mean, where did it? I think it started, the last section started at these increases right here. Right here. And so that's how long the last increase was, and I was worried about it ruffling, but it actually laid out beautifully. The end didn't finish the way I thought it would, so, well, not thought it would, but as I was planning. But, I mean, I kind of, got creative at the end, and what I ended up doing was, I ended up doing one peacock row and then 2 garter bumps just to end it off. And I had to bind off on a garter bump just because I had no yarn. But I don't mind. And I think it turned out very nice. It turned out a nice size too. I was worried about it being small, and it is kind of, but again, I'm using lace weight, and it wraps around nicely. So, yeah. So, all in all, I am very happy with it. And it'll probably go with me to church on Sunday. Yeah, I like the way it lays. Alright. Oh. That's all my projects. Okay, so, that's it for me. This feels very short. Which is probably not a bad thing because, as you guys can tell, I am not in my right mind. Which seems to be very few podcasts I am in my right mind. There were some little mentions I was going to give, but I forgot what they were going to be. Bugger. This is why I should really have, notes. Scribble down what I'm supposed to be talking about. Yeah, because that's just my to-do list. Nope, not a married year.
Okay. So I will wrap this up.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Since October is quickly coming to an end, lost my train of thought there. It's just like, I kept talking in my head, but my mouth stopped moving. So, since October is rapidly coming to an end, I believe, and my co-hosts can corroborate this, but I believe that it's time for us to begin our Battle of the Nibelungs again. And we will probably only be able to get one in before the end of the year, because it'll span from November 1st to November 30th, because December is crazy enough anyways. We don't need to add to anything on top of it. And by that time, me and Catherine will probably be home, so we won't really need to. We'll probably start it up again probably February. But I've actually been thinking about this, which is surprising. But I will announce what my knit-along is going to be, if we're going to do Battle of the Knit-alongs. If we are, then I will post it on Ravelry. But I probably will anyways. I mean, why wait to hear from my co-host? Why not just, like, cavalier ahead? So, I was going to use a different word there, but I can't remember now. Alright, so, my knit-along for the lovely month of November is going to be, I guess you could call them one skein wonders. I have a bunch of projects, like little things that I want to do. Not a bunch of little things, but there are a few little things that I want to do, just like those, like, quick, like, sweet, instant gratification kind of projects. Like, you cast on and you get it done in a day. Like little hexapuffs, or, like, knitted squares for blankets, anything like that. Like, if you're making, like, rugs, like the one I made, like baby hats, baby booties, just, like, little stuff like that. Because I know, with my bottled waters, they always get, like, a lot of condensation on them. And I don't like having little pools of water everywhere. And so, for the longest time, I've gotten in the habit of taking, like, when I have a bottle of water with me, well, when I'm sitting at my desk, I'll put it on my rug, because that'll absorb all the water, because I don't want it getting all over on my papers in my desk, because it'll never dry. I mean, it never dries, never evaporates. So, I am going to be knitting probably, like, one or two little coasters to put on my desk, just to absorb the water. Just play around with some scraps that I have. So, any little project, I mean, you can do finishing up stuff like I did before. So if you have to do, like, the button pans on a sweater, that can be your little item. Or if you're making preemie hats, those can be your little items. Only one little item. I mean, you can't say, I made 20 preemie hats so I get entered 20 times. No, that won't work. And I'll get back to that in just a sec. But, one entry per person. I don't know if we'll allow you to, like, double dip between them. Like, you can, like, do a project for Catherine and do a project for me. I'll have to consult with my co-hosts on that one. But, yeah, so think of it like can koozies, anything like little projects like that. iPad covers, just little stuff. I will post a thread on Ravelry, and you have to show us your pick by midnight, November 30th, and then what we do is we have what's called the Battle of the Nibelungs. And since there are three of us, it was always really hard for us to pick a project that all three of us wanted to knit along to. So what we decided to do was we all, both Mom, Michelle, Catherine, and I, we all pick one project or one category. Like I've done, like finish up your finishings, just little stuff like one knit along that we're all gonna do, that I'm gonna do, and you guys join in. And what we do is whichever one of the hosts gets the most people to finish items with them wins. And then the host gets a pattern, and we draw a winner from the people that participated. So if 12 people knit along with me, and only 11 knit along with Mom, and like 10 knit along with Catherine, then the people that knit along with me will be entered for a drawing. and they will win one $5 batter. So we've only done this once before, and I am the reigning champion. So join my little because it's the bestest ever. Yes, I know, a little harmless self-promotion there, I know. But when they post theirs, I mean, you can you can decide which one to do. But so yeah, so look for more information coming on that. You'll have all month to do it. You'll have all month to pick. And since mine are short little projects, you can do it, you know, a week or maybe a day before the deadline and still get in on it. So join my little okay, so that's all the shameless self-promotion I'm going to do for now. So until next time, Catherine, we'll see you on Wednesday. Mom, we'll see you 2 days before that on Monday. Why I said Catherine first, I don't know. I like Catherine more than Mom, I guess. And I am really going wacky. So before I keep flapping at my lips,